So essentially she's like the goddess of the land. Oh, now Rolo has the fight for us, and it's actually a different shaped icon. So his is probably going to be the goddess. Or not the goddess, my bad, sorry. It's going to be the golem. Incredible work, you really gave those blighters what for. Misaki, my boy, I realize it now, or perhaps deep down I always knew it. The fiend that rules over the monsters of this land is none other than the same golem that watched over Cantlin. Yeah, that's true, Thanatos. I just couldn't bring myself to admit that a creation intended to protect the people might instead turn against them. Misaki, if you can slay this golem, the darkness will be dispelled, and light will return to Cantlin. But before you accept this challenge, be sure you have prepared enough wrecking balls and Cantlin shields. This is our last stand, the conflict that will decide whether Cantlin is a land of monsters or men. Misaki, my boy, are you ready? Well, I only made 2 shields, but I have about 30 wrecking balls, so we should be good. Misaki, I heard what LaRoche told you. It seems I was wrong. LaRoche and I both love this city. At times like these, I cannot help but recall the wise words of young Pippa. She has said it so often, it's become something of a Cantlin catchphrase. I just want to build a city where we can all live together in peace. I leave the rest up to you, Misaki. Protect our city, and let us all live in peace together once more. It's golem time! Ooh. Pretty lights. Alright, where are you gonna pop up on us? There you are. The Brick and Mortar Slaughterer, Golem. Oh, that's right, wrecking balls. I'll probably focus for a minute here and not talk so much because I only have the 2 of these. Well, that sucked. I guess we're just supposed to place nothing but the, place nothing but the wrecking balls for him. So I'm just gonna speed through the text. Yeah, I've actually not died at all before the end, believe it or not. And I only died because, like, I didn't realize that when the rock bomb blew up, they pretty much just instantly took you out. It wasn't a large chunk of health, it was just instant destruction. Well, it's not quite easy getting, like, the golem. There's not that many golems around, and getting the ingredients for the bombs is not quite that easy either. Ow. Yay, we got him. A tarnished token. Now, you might have intended to have a couple more to make it slightly easier for each side, but I still did it. The long-lost mark of a hero of legend brings back the light of the skies above Cantlin. Let's repair the damage he did here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Orichalcum itself wasn't too hard to come by, but the golems, on the other hand, they didn't really show up in mass numbers that often. So they weren't quite as easy to find themselves. Alright, and I know the other stone he had taken down was right here. Whoops, no. Just one layer, right here. There we go. Then we can actually replace this with stone too. There we go. So now that the boss is taken care of, let's save. And I'm actually going to go to sleep here. So as to heal up before talking to him to continue on here and get to the next round. Stop doing that, Rolo. You really annoy me at times. By my shiny white teeth, you did it, Masaki. You slew the golem. The city of Cantlin is saved, and it's all because of you. Thank you, Masaki. Thank you. Where did that rusted metal you're holding come from? No, but he could sure tear down the walls pretty easily. Could it be the legendary... Alright, that token you took from the top of Golem, I knew what it was the moment I laid my eyes upon it. Rusted though it may be, there is no doubt that metal is the ancient emblem of legend. The Callan Chronicle explains that when this city fell to the monsters, the emblem was lost along with it. Could it be that the Golem took it into his protection as a symbol of the city of Cantlin? But more importantly, the Callan Chronicle also tells us that it is the very item that will restore peace and light to the land. Hurry, Masaki, take it to your furnace and restore the emblem to its former glory. Oh, okay. Ancient emblem. Thankfully, I have barely enough steel for it, and more than enough orichalcum. Oh my gosh! The furnace is breaking! Yeah, right, Thanatos? Exactly. So now I guess, yeah, we have to talk to him again. Congratulations, you forged an emblem! By my soft and slender fingers, you've done it! You've restored the ancient emblem! This should be all we need to disperse the oppressive darkness that hangs over Cantlin. Quickly, Masaki, go to your banner of hope and offer the emblem to the skies. Quest completed. Ooh, 10 medicinal herbs. Very nice. Oh, okay, that's just gonna ask me to save. Here we go, use. As we raise it up to the sky and dispel the darkness. The light returns to Cantlin. Masaki, my child, you have done well. This land has been freed from the Dragon Lord's evil influence, and its people can now rebuild it by their own power. But do not forget, my child, there are so many other people in this world who still need your help. By my big round head, look, Masaki, look! The sky, it's so bright, it's so big, and blue, and beautiful. Yeah, right, Thanatos. That night, the people of Cantlin hold a banquet to celebrate the return of the light, and to thank Masaki for his heroic efforts. With the city still suffering from the recent monster attacks, the celebrations aren't exactly extravagant, and the spread is only simple. But even so, the smiles and the laughter last long into the night. Then morning comes. Whoa! So you finally woken up, have you, Masaki? I left so hard last night I thought my sides might burst. Who would have thought LaRoche had such a wicked sense of humor? And when I tried Pippa's cooking, well, thank my lucky stars that I survived the first spoonful. By the way, Masaki, late last night I saw a strange pillar of light rising into the sky over the eastern mountains. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something interesting going on over there. Perhaps you might want to head over and take a look. Of course you don't have to go if you don't want to. I just thought you might be interested, that's all. What you do with yourself from now on is entirely up to you. In case you didn't quite catch on to it there, the goddess did congratulate us there at one point, Thanatos. Alright, now I do recall, in one direction here, there is a bridge that you couldn't make. Yeah, right, exactly. So I actually want to see if I can make this bridge now, because before there was some type of power preventing us from moving past this block here. Yep, we still can't get past that block spot right there. Now during all of that, I'll show off something that I forgot to do before we actually started the final fights there of the first chapter. When I was exploring and just building some stuff off screen, just collecting and building and changing around the housing a bit, I noticed this cave right here in the starting area. And when it came all the way back here, there was this chest that actually had a skull on it. And when you opened it, there was just 2 Drakis that showed up you had to kill. And once you killed them, it gave you a seed of life. So there was actually 2 well-hidden seeds of life just randomly sitting out in the world here of the first area of Chapter 1 that you could get, aside from the quests. Now, I'm not quite sure how they want you to progress to the next chapter. If they just want you to, like, oh, I see, there is actually a light on the compass. I didn't know if we had to, like, do something at the town, or go to the save point and do something, or just wander off. Alright, I guess we'll just head in the direction of the little sparkle light on the map there and see what happens. If that's the case, there are actually some things that I do want to take with me. Alright, that should suffice for now. Yep, the sparkle's this way. Yep, I see this. Looking up now, I actually see the light of pillar over the or the pillar of light, I should say, over the map. And the mountain there. Yeah, it probably was, but looking at the compass, it's actually more like southeast than east. And yes, there is actually fall damage in this. Thanatos, I just actually happened to find a hidden pair of boots that negate fall damage. Oh, I remember finding this ruin before. Masaki, my child, the light you see before you is a portal to the next land you must free from the Dragon Lord's curse. The items, the knowledge, and the strength that you have acquired in this place will not survive the journey. The moment you pass through this portal of light, you will lose everything. But Masaki, my child, should it still be your will to rid this world of darkness, I bid you step into this swirling vortex without fear of regret. And be safe in the knowledge that I do watch over you always. Yeah, right. Okay, so according to the goddess, not only are we going to lose everything that's equipped and everything in our items that we're carrying, but we're not even going to keep our 115 HP. So you like start back from scratch and you lose all of your room recipes and everything. So she can't even afford to have us keep our abilities. That's kind of ridiculous. So Masaki, you are leaving us. I had a feeling this might happen. Could you not just stay a little longer to help us finish rebuilding Cantland to its former glory? No, forget I said that. I was being selfish. Masaki, my boy, you made me realize something. Indeed, she is a very cheap goddess. Restoring Cantland to its former glory is not a matter of building walls and towers, but of building bonds of true friendship between our fellow townspeople. I'm sorry, I can't do it. No matter how grave the occasion, I just can't make a speech as softy as that. Go on, my boy, step into the light. There are many places in this world that need your help far more than we do. I almost forgot something very important. There's something that Pippa insisted I give you. Though you may lose everything else on your way through the portal, if you clutch this gift tight enough, I'm sure it'll make it to your destination. Farewell, Masaki. May we meet again someday. Ha. Chapter 1. Wow, 76 days. Deaths would have been a little less, but yeah, I did pretty well. I only died in the final area because I didn't realize rock bomb explosion was instant death. Trophy earned for completing Chapter 1. Yeah, right. Chapter 2, Remeldar. Or Chapter 2, Remeldar. And we have unlocked Terra Incognita, so now we could actually start my sandbox mode stream that I had been kind of wanting to do. Although we can only do Terra Incognita on Cantland. A new island has been unlocked. And new recipes have been unlocked in Terra Incognita. Oh, that's right. I have the special Day 1 recipes for Terra Incognita. So let's start Chapter 2 now. Remeldar Mire, the Swamps of Sickness. Those unlocked recipes are why I specifically wanted to do a sandbox streaming on Terra Incognita, because the recipes that you can't use in story mode. My child, you have awoken. This is the next place that cries out for your help. Masaki, the land of Remeldar. Long, long ago, the island you see before you was home to a prosperous city, surrounded by crystal clear water. But now all has been corrupted by this blighted mire. The few survivors live in constant fear of a dreadful disease. Here, my child, I offer this gift unto you. And there's our banner of hope for here. Head towards the light you see before you, Misaki, and plant this banner of hope in the center of the ruins. All may seem strange to you at first, my child. The people you encounter here, the monsters you do battle with, even the new creations that you build. But I know that you will soon find your feet in this afflicted frontier. Now go, Misaki, head towards the light. Oh good, we at least start with a giant mallet and an oaken club. Yes, she's still called Rubus. You are, correct. The goddess's name has not changed. Oh, we already have a setup for a bedroom right there. We just have to finish the walls and put down a door. Well, the one thing that I can say that I am happy about there, Thanatos, is at least we start with an oaken club and a giant mallet. And you didn't start with anything but a stick that you had to make, which was weaker than a club. And you actually had to wait till you got to the first area to get the giant mallet and go through a quest to get it. So at least we don't have to worry about making a cypress stick and waiting a while to get the first oaken club made, or dealing with worrying about like waiting a while to get a giant mallet made either. Alright, so let's go to the banner and plant it down here. I see. A warm and soothing light spreads all around. My child, the people who inhabit this blighted land have lost hope. They live in constant fear of the disease that stalks all who live here. Thanks to your efforts in Cantland, my children are gradually regaining the power to build. However, the men and women of Ramaldar have not the strength to resist this epidemic, and have all but surrendered to the sickness. Yeah, keeping items, that was kind of why I loaded up my item window, so I could potentially carry stuff over. Misaki, it will not be long before the banner's light draws the survivors to this place. You must build a new town here and purify this polluted land. Do what you must to eradicate the blight. And to eradicate the blight by which it has been gripped. And know, my child, that I do watch over you always. Hey, we have our first villager. Looks like a nun. Heavens above, I never expected to find a poor ailing patient in a place like this. What's the matter with you, my lamb? Does your stomach hurt? Or your chest? Oh, Rubus forbid, is there something wrong with your head? What, there isn't anything the matter with you at all? But if that's the case, whatever are you doing in a place like this? Mercy me, you're the builder, the one with the power to create. Did you make this flag too? If you really are the builder, then the great shepherdess and the sky must have guided you here. Truly the goddess does watch over us always. My name is El. Please, my lamb, help me save this blighted land. Yeah, right. That name sounds familiar. I'm kind of surprised. They didn't really give you too many names that would kind of ring a bell so easily the first time through in Cantlin, as far as I could tell, but the name El definitely does ring a bell in my mind. I'm just going to break down some dirt for making rooms here. Oh good, I still keep all of my room recipes, so you don't lose all the recipes for rooms that you already have. That's really good to know. She watches over you, but she's a bit cheap on the help these ages. Yeah, tell me about it. Alright, so before I go grabbing her quest, I actually want to finish off setting up this room, although I can't actually make a door just yet. That'll be good enough. Or actually, I might be able to make the basic door, at least. Yep. Alright, let's go see what she wants now. This entire island is infected by the blight. Some even say that all this in Alefgard is concentrated here. I want to save this place. I want to heal each and every one of the poor souls afflicted by the illness. Will you help me, Misaki? Will you join me in fighting it back against the sickness that plagues this land? I'm sorry, you want to know what happened to my lag? It was my own silly fault, really. In my haste to reach the light that I saw shining down here, I tripped over and injured myself. If I had some healing cream to rub on it, I'm sure it would get better right away. But I mustn't grumble after all. It's nothing compared to the suffering others endure. Okay, so I have to find what is needed to make healing cream. Yeah, let's make a chest for storing things at the moment. Oh, a carpenter's workstation this time instead. Yeah, I guess you don't, but... Yeah, that's one really ugly snail. Okay, so we got sticky liquid there, which is probably gonna be what's used to make... That sticky liquid will probably be what's used to make, torches and whatnot at first. Oh, really? Yeah, I can see that. I don't doubt that. Alright. So these big white coral-looking plants are actually... The big white coral-looking plants are actually like the grass from the first area, so they're not gonna get me any flower petals for healing cells for her first quest. So we're not going completely back at square one right now, so that's good. We're starting off with an oaken club, which is slightly stronger than the cypress stick, as well as... Yeah, we're starting off with the oaken club, a wooden mallet, or well, it's called a giant mallet. So we're starting off with the oaken club, a giant mallet, the Wayfarer's clothes, and we still have our spin attack. And we actually have more health than we started with, too. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying there, Thanatos. Wow, something's spitting at me a lot. Oh, okay, it's like archer guys up on the cliff top there. That's probably where I'm gonna find the flowers. Another funny example to that would be like... Ooh, we got cotton now. Another funny example to the meme is like... Oh, sorry, I was just going to say something else on top of that before the meme, so thinking for a second and lost my train of thought at the moment while trying to figure it out. Ah, frickin' poison killed me. Darn. Dying way too much in this video. Or, well, the stream, not the video. It's probably also because I'm so much weaker at the moment. Alright, yeah, I'll hand this to you. Gosh, be praised, you've made a pot of healing cream just for me. Do you mind if I use it now? Go ahead. Thank you, Miss Saki. May the Holy Mother above bless you, your kind soul. I've never seen anyone craft new items from raw materials before. There's no doubt about it. You truly are the builder of legend. Oh, the goddess smiles down upon us this day. I beg you, Misaki, use the powers that you've been blessed with to deliver this land from the blight. Ah, nice, we got 10 branches from her. Considering we just started, that's actually not too bad. So I'm going to drop some stuff off here, just to make it a bit easier. And I can kind of see where my stuff is up there. Yeah, the other, like, funny meme, funny line related to that meme with that is like, your sister has gone to the store, but she hasn't come back in she hasn't come back in a lot of time that she usually does. Could you please go fetch her for me? Or something along the lines of go see what's happened to her. It's like, I really don't want to, but thou must. Ah, crap, I got poisoned again. Alright, I see medicinal herbs up here. I'm gonna knock those down and grab the leaves. Oh good, here's a bunch of white leaves, or white flowers, my bad. Those 2 white petals will be very handy. Darn it, I forgot I didn't have the boots. Okay, that death is on me. That's probably the only death in Chapter 2 here on me so far, because, again, weaker and don't have as much defense as I did towards the end of Chapter 1. That's kind of a bit of a kicker that you don't actually keep things, because then that makes it pretty hard to remember that you're like missing items that prevented damage and things in certain ways. Oh, we can actually make simple beds now. But what I actually need to make for myself is some healing cream at the moment, just to help keep myself alive. I'll make one more. Alright. Pull these things out. I know I can cook the beans. I don't know if we can cook those mushrooms. Yep. Fried frog stool. Nice, they give us the same amount of hunger back that the mushrooms did. Nope. Alright, there we go. Oh, still have one bean sitting in my hand uncooked, so I'll throw that in there too. And actually a second club for when this one breaks would be handy as well. Make a spare mallet. Alright. Oh, that's right, that needs cords, which come from ivy as well as the cotton. Ooh, a milk blossom, nice. Those are the white flowers for healing salve. Alright, I think I will head off this way. And see what's off to this side. Grab some more broken branches on the way for weapons until I start collecting ore. Once I actually start coming across stone, that'll be nice, because then I can actually make a stone sword. It looks like we had someone trying to live here. Knock down these branches and a couple more trees. Get a couple more branches going up. Should probably get that colossal coiffure made pretty quickly here. If I have everything I need, as long as it doesn't need more than pretty much wood. Now I don't have to worry too much about inventory. I probably need lumber though, which is the one thing I can't get from the trees here. Usually in this game, a cave can either mean a tucked away chest or potentially an ore vein of sorts deeper inside. Not too sure if there's anything in that cave though, at least at the moment. Some food. I think I'll head back though at the moment. Wait a minute, I think I see a pillar that signifies a chest on top with a seed of life. And with a giant mallet available, that makes it much easier to climb. Grab the monster egg so I can use that. Oh, that's the Chimera wing, still pretty nice. And now let's see about making our way up further. I'll grab a bunch of this dirt to use that as a means of building a path around if I need to. These mushrooms tend to make a decent early on means of food. Right there's some ivy. Which we can get later. Nothing seems to despawn really at all. Hello, Fly Girl and Cini. Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's get a bit of a staircase going up here. Oops. Keep falling down now. No. Darn it. Fell even further that time. That'll make that just a teensy bit easier. There we go, then we can climb up the vine right there. Thing that I can drop at the moment. Well, I can always climb back up pretty easily if I really need to. Thought there might have been a seed of life at the top. I guess it was just the chest partway up that had the wings. I don't mind using one when it gave me 5 of them. Let's turn all of our mushrooms into fried frog stools. Fry up our 1 egg. And then we'll put all those in our chest for later use, so that they're not taking up space at the moment. Alright. Alright, let's see what her next quest is. Okay, I'm sure you've seen by now, this island is utterly engulfed by a poisonous swamp. Most of the people who used to live here succumbed to its effects. Almost all those who survived have contracted the blight and suffer still. My lamb, I would like you to build me a sick room so that I might care for the afflicted. I've always dreamed of building a house of healing to aid those poor suffering souls, and it seems that the great goddess has finally answered my prayers. Please take this blueprint and build me the sick room of my dreams. So we now have Elle's blueprint to set down and build her a sick room somewhere over here. Oop. What do you mean not enough space? There's plenty of space, pretty much. Oh, that's okay. I don't mind building it back one spot. There we go. Now I just have to grab some extra stuff from here. Grab my earth in one of the doors. And I know I have a sconce, but I only have the one of them right now, and I haven't gotten to the point of gathering metal ore. Oh, this is gonna need 2 doors. Now let's go about filling in the blueprint here. Wow, she can actually fight. That's interesting. I might need to gather more earth. Oops, placed that wrong again. Yeah, I'm just about out. Okay, so now we have the basic structure of her sick house pretty much done. Got the walls up, got her 2 doors. I think she wants a little more earth put right there. Well, I know how we can check. Nope, that's where she wants 2 beds to be placed with a bonfire. Oh, she wants... yeah, she wants... It's actually where she wants 2 beds, a pot plant, and a simple table. And the wash tub. So these 2 long spots are for beds, this is for a simple table with a pot plant, and this is for a wash tub. I have to make all of that stuff too. Hopefully I have enough. I do have the bonfire already, thankfully. That's so there's the 2 simple beds, there's the small table, and there's the pot plant. And do I have the wash tub? Yes. What am I missing for that cord? Okay. So I have to go find where there's ivy. I can actually go grab the bonfire that she wanted for there as well to put over here. Oh, so that's a fancy bedroom because it's got a fancy bed. So we've now made fancy bedrooms, basic bedrooms, and private bedrooms. So I guess if we put the fancy beds in a room with an inside, we'd get a fancy guest room. Alright, so I still need the wash tub, which needed the cord. Am I right? Yeah, it needs 1 cord, okay. So I'm going to probably just climb up this grassy area right here where the imps are and see if there's cord easily available up there. I know there's cotton plant easily available right around here. Kept falling off right there. That's gonna go a slightly easier way then. Grab the medicinal leaves when I see them too. Those are always helpful. Well, actually, Magnus in the other town was a legendary blacksmith's descendant, so we had help when it came to the blacksmithing. The idea for the furnace came from him. Alright, so that's probably going to be our ruin that takes us to the 3rd chapter. Oh darn it, I got poisoned. Hopefully that'll wear off quickly. Thankfully it only does like 1 damage every second or so. I'm just a little annoyed that there hasn't been any stone just laying around that I can break. I mean big stones, not these small ones. The small ones don't drop anything when you smash them. You need bigger stones to drop stone that you can actually collect to make things out of. Alright, are these trees gonna give me wood? Nope, just more branches. Alright, I'll risk roaming around in the night for the moment, in hopes of actually finding what I'm looking for. We just did grab a piece of ivy from something, so it's better than nothing at all, I guess. couple more mushrooms to turn into some nice food. Aside from that pillar, I'm not actually finding much ivy. Ah, here we go. Here's some ivy growing alongside of... As I was saying, here's some ivy growing alongside of an area. There we go. Grab some of the white petals that are growing up here too. See if I can get some more ivy. Oops. Yeah, you instantly grab the ivy when you actually jump to it, so that can be a bit troublesome when you're trying to chop it down. Alright, let's go back to the white flag on the compass, as that shows you the direction of the base. Ah, and there was the pillar that had the wings. It had a couple strands of ivy on it as well. So you can always climb back if that's something to get some more. That way we have a bit to spare. Ouch, darn it. What the heck, Chimera? No. Back away from the cliffside. Stop dropping like that, climbing up these things. The climbs are not that difficult. And you're just being really annoying falling like that. Yes, just like that, and more so like that. I have to spin around to avoid. Alright. That must have been the reason for climbing all the way up. Was ivy? Oh, come on! Now I have to go up to the top just to get items that got dropped. Never have I died so much. The second death here was understandable because I forgot I didn't have the fall-proof boots. That one was crap because that was not that far of a drop. And I was not that darn weak. Game's just being a bit of a troll with the deaths in this chapter right now at this point. It's just now it's gonna make me climb all the way back up there to get items. That wasn't that far of a drop though either. Stop dropping like that. I was gonna have you jump up and run around then. Just wanting to collect these medical leaves that are up at the top here. This game is having a bit of an issue even letting me do that, it seems. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now I made it back down okay. I was more so just surprised because I didn't think my health was low enough for like a 4-block drop to kill me, even if it did damage me. Considering he's in slightly higher defense armor than the weakest armor you can make. Alright, so now... got the cord. Crafting that once makes 10 pieces, so that's enough for me to make the wash tub for her. And I can make myself a spare set of Wayfarer's clothes. And we can store the rest of the stuff into the bin here. Actually, I want to make a couple more fried mushrooms. Turn at least half of these in, so one more here. And for the moment I'll make another chest to put down by the cooking fire there. And we'll pull all the food out to set down in the chest that we set over by it, so that all of that food gets counted towards it. There we go. And this was the last item she wanted for her sick room, which goes right there. And we completed her blueprint. She needed 2 simple beds, a small table, a pot plant on the table, a wash tub, and a light source. Praise the goddess, it's just as I had always imagined. Thank you, my lamb. I don't know how I can possibly repay you. Misaki, our lives are but fleeting things. There are many people who think it pointless to struggle against this sickness. Many of those who fall ill do not believe that they have the strength to win their battle with the blight. They abandon all hope and wait in silence for the almighty Mother Rubis to collect them into her all-loving arms. But I have hope, I believe, I know these people have the strength and courage they need to emerge victorious. And now that you have built us this sick room, and you and I can work together to free the great shepherdess's flock from this accursed blight. Well then, now that that's decided, let's... Well, later on I'll be able to turn it into, brick or stone. You will help me, won't you, Masaki? Tell me you will. I'm just unable to actually gather anything but dirt at the moment. Alright, so... put away those branches for now. Enter blueprint to make room. Do I have more healing salve made at the moment? Doesn't look like it, so I should probably make some more. Yeah, that is true. I can understand that, Thanatos. Really? You will help me, Masaki? Rubus be praised for setting me such a willing disciple. We're kind of being forced into helping. We're not exactly being willing so much. I beg your pardon, you didn't say anything of the sort. Forgive me, I fear I was so caught up in the excitement of my new sick room. I only heard what I hoped to hear. But, be that as it may, after the wonderful work you did with that room, I have another request for you. Now that we have a sick room for the ill and injured to recuperate in, we must bring them here and help them to get better. Some time ago I saw a man who had fallen ill with the blight. A little way to the west, alas, I didn't have the medicines I needed to soothe his troubles. Though he may be too weak to walk, Masaki, I'm sure a strong fellow like you would be able to carry him here. Oh jeez. You want me to carry someone? Please, my lamb, use your compass to find this poor soul and lay him to rest in the sick room. Okay. Alright, so the quest marker is leading us out this way. I'd much rather go out and around, if I can, to avoid taking damage in the poison swamp. Alright, looks like I gotta cross the mountain or go around it one way or another here. Near the poisoned water to actually get to this sickly person. Thankfully that wasn't too hard, more or less. Still not seeing any big stones that I can break for material. Oh, I hear a person. Who are you? You're not from around here, are you? My name's Nosh. There's nothing you can do for me. Just leave me alone and let me die in peace. Well, what? You have a place to rest not far from here? I don't have the strength to walk, I'm sorry, but could you carry me? Alright, I'm gonna drop you for a second while I bash apart this little hobble for dirt. It's for the greater good. And I'm gonna take your fire there. see some... Oh no, those are flowers. Okay, I thought I saw some more plumberries laying around the trees over here. He's gonna have a better home and be able to eat and recover in a much safer place here pretty soon. Exactly, Thanatos, exactly. Now we're just going to precariously carry you across the edge of the cliff right next to the poisoned water again. Alright, we're pretty much right there, although we do still have a bit of a distance to travel. And here we are. Oop, there we go, lay down. Bloop! Need a medicinal herb. Alright, well I do have a number of those that I can use to make herbs. Let's lay down and recover for the next day. I think I still have the note. Or I might have tossed those somewhere. But I'll throw the earth that I have in there. Nope, I still have the note. We'll put those in the room here to add to our base score. I'll make one of those for him. Praise be to Ruus, Misaki, you've brought me a patient. From his pain expression, it looks like he's lost every ounce of his strength. It seems he suffers from the same sickness that affects so many here. Some slowly waste away until they grow so weak they perish. Others cough ever more severely until they cannot even breathe and succumb that way. In others, the disease eats away at them from the inside until their very bodies rot and fall apart. This vile contagion presents in so many different ways, but we need not find a cure for every form of the illness just yet. For now, Misaki, all I ask is that you help me save this one poor soul. And we got some strong stocks for making straw doors and beds right now. Is this a medicinal herb? Thank you, I feel a little better now. But I need to sleep. I think I'll be okay in the morning. Alright, so he's a decent bit better now, but he's not going to be a functional member of the village. And I have any quests for us until tomorrow, it seems. But Elle still has another quest for us. Misaki, my lamb. There is a reason the blight runs rampant through Ramaldar. It is all due to the Hades Condor, who rules the roost over this entire land. If we ever wish to see the skies cleared or the poison purified, this demon bird must be slain. It's said that the root cause of the blight that grips Ramaldar is the fell rain that the Condor summons forth. So by bringing that to an end... What's that you say? Shouldn't we help that patient before we start dealing with the root cause? How right you are. Goddess, forgive me, for I am a wretched sinner. I have let my anger towards the monsters get the better of me. You might be kind of punishing yourself a bit too harsh there, calling yourself a wretched sinner that heavily. Misaki, we must see to our new patient immediately. Judging from his symptoms, it seems the illness is still in its early stages. If we can just restore his vitality, he should be able to recover by his own strength. A pouch or two of medicinal herbs should be enough to get him back on the road to recovery. I shall watch over our poor patient and make sure his condition doesn't deteriorate. Would you be so kind as to prepare and administer the medicinal herb? Yeah, I already gave him one. Oh, Misaki, you've given our patient the medicine he so desperately needed. Goddess be praised. His symptoms should start to subside soon. All he needs now is a good night's sleep and he'll be back to full strength. Yeah, right, Thanatos, exactly. However, my lamb, I fear that our battle with the Blight is only just begun, and I don't know what horrors we will see before it is ended. Our first patient's symptoms were particularly mild. I can only pray that all the others will be so easy to cure. Yeah, right, exactly. She was like right there, and it was like she kind of went off into La La Land when we gave him the medicinal herb. But forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. I should instead be praying that our patient makes a speedy recovery. Remember, Misaki, that when you treat a patient, they will still need time to recover their strength. I imagine most patients will recover with a good night's sleep. There's no harm in getting some sleep yourself while you wait for them to get better. And we got 10 more branches from her. So those stalks and branches will again go up here into our chest for crafting. And I wanted to talk to her. I didn't want to sleep, but okay. It's like she's foreshadowing that some might not take just a herb to heal. Hey, he's up and about. Let's talk to him. This balloon above his head says, I'm feeling right as rain! Woohoo, I'm back to my old self again. Thanks for saving me. I never knew the blight could actually be cured. Honestly, I was convinced that falling ill with the plague was a death sentence. When I got sick, I thought it was just a matter of time before I bit the dust. The thought that I might actually get better never crossed my mind. Little did I know that a nun with the face of an angel and a builder with the face of a potato would nurse me back to health. Wow, again with the insults. You're brilliant, Misaki, both of you are. Is it okay if I stay here? I just know we're going to get along. Oh, and here, take this. It might not be much, but it's the least I can give you for saving my life. Yeah, right. Alright, nice. And we got a seed of life to get a little more health there. And so now we can talk to her and get her next quest. Misaki, my lamb, I'm so lucky that the goddess sent you to me. And luckier still that you built me the sick room I have always dreamt of. I want you to make the most of this opportunity and offer the best possible treatment to all the poor souls who need my aid. If we're to defeat this accursed disease, we shall require the finest medicines available to mankind. Unfortunately, I don't know the first thing about making medicine. But hope is not lost, my lamb. For upon a plateau to the south lives Gerontius, the famous herbalist. Would you be so kind as to fetch him for me? He's a very learned man, and he knows how to make all kinds of tinctures, salves, and ointments. With his skills as a herbalist and your powers as a builder, I'm sure we could create a curative to cure the blight itself. I'm sorry, why don't I go fetch him myself? He's a fearsomely stubborn man, Misaki. If anyone can convince him to join us, it's you. Besides, were I to try to talk to him, things could get very complicated. I don't really know how it might turn out. So please, Misaki, follow your compass to find Gerontius and convince him to come back with you. He tries to be a doctor to patients and doesn't know how to... Yeah, welcome to Builders there, Thanatos. They did that a lot in Chapter 1 when they met you, too. Pretty much nearly everyone that lived in Chapter 1, except for, like, Sherry and maybe Pippa and the slime, had, like, insulted you at least once upon meeting you one way or another. Oop. And actually, thinking of trying to build a room around it so the people would actually start using the craft bench and making things, but not quite yet. Oh geez, monsters are already attacking? Where the heck are they? Oh, it's another slime. Great, and you make me have to use one of my healing salves right away there before I even go on the quest. It's another but thou must situation, Thanatos. The goddess calls on her to be one of her servants to the people. Despite the fact that she has no experience or little know-how as to how to do that. You know how it is. Pretty sure they said that the guy was like on the mountain, so I might actually have to climb up. Yeah, that's kind of how it's looking. I'll see if I can get up on this side. Nope, not that bright. I have to agree with you there. Grab some more beans that are right here while we're at it. We don't have any plumberry trees here, so they're like the most basic thing essentially that we can make to eat. Now this looks like our herbalist. And he's got a chest. With like 3 Chimera's wings behind him. Nice. Who are you? I've never seen your face before. Will I mourn for you too, just as I mourn for these lost souls? For all my knowledge of the 3 healing arts, I was still powerless to save them. Yes, I am Gerontius, but who in the world are you? Well, the what? You're the builder? And Elle sent you to find me? Helen, if that's the case, then you are wasting your time, young man. I no longer have the will to help her. There's still one more soul I must put to rest, but I haven't even the simplest wooden memorial to honor his memory. Please just leave me alone. Ah, so we have to make the wooden memorial for him, I guess. Builder to the rescue! We'll make the memorial for you, old man. Why not?